Okay, we're going to look at two different mass layoffs, and we're going to break them down. All right. One is Twitter. And this is getting a lot of headlines. Obviously, Elon Musk has bought Twitter, and it looks to be, at best, a bit of a circus right now. A lot going on. Don't know what's true, what's not. So let me just say you need to be mature here. And I'm going to point out stuff that in these articles is reported. We haven't got facts on this, but it's still an important discussion. All right, so this is from a Fox Business article. Jassim Abid, a software engineer at Twitter, tweeted that he woke up on Friday of last week and discovered he'd been laid off when he couldn't access his Slack and his work email and found that his laptop had been remotely wiped. This is awful. I just don't understand why leaders continue to do this crap. If it needs to wait a day, then wait a day, but get a plan together that shows people dignity. I don't care who you are, what you do, how you do it. A person shouldn't wake up and go to their computer and figure out that they've been wiped. There's no dignity in that. And by the way, that's on Elon. This is a leadership issue. It goes to the top. I get it. He comes in. I'm not criticizing Elon and he's taking over. I'm not getting involved in all that crap. So spare me your comments. I'm not going to read them anyway. But the point is that this is a leadership issue, and I don't care how hostile or how quickly a takeover happens, you have time to do what is right for people. Can I get an amen out there? I know I heard it. Okay, there it is. Now, another Twitter employee who's 8 months pregnant said she lost access to her work laptop Thursday night ahead of the announcement. So another example of this is in the details. If you can run a software company that allows people to tweet their innermost ridiculous thoughts, you can figure out a way to communicate to people before you wipe their computers. A new report by Bloomberg says that now Twitter is reaching out to dozens of employees to return to the media company, saying that some were fired on accident. Again, Elon's a smart guy. I don't like the cars. I think they're ugly, but they're cool. And they're electric, and then he's got rockets going to space. He's a smart guy. If Elon is sitting right here in the studio, I go, hey, man, what leadership decision was made to where this is happening the way it's happening? Now, I want to point out that these are reports, and just because Bloomberg said it doesn't mean it's true, but the reports are that they're reaching back out to employees going, hey, we need you back because we actually have to run this thing. All right. Now, let's look at another big layoff. By the way, in case if you're not paying attention, you've been under a rock, the reports are that Twitter laid off about 50% of its workforce. All right, now here's another mass layoff. This from Stripe. And I take issue with how this was done, but it's a lot better than some of the stuff we've reported, and it's a lot better than what Twitter did. And I think there's some real leadership effort here and plan, and so I want to give Stripe some love. I have one tweak as to how I would have handled this. So this is actually from a letter that was emailed to everyone in the company at Stripe. And now this is from their website. So I printed it right off their website. So here we go. Okay, this is official. All right. And I'm going to just do excerpts. Today, this is from Patrick Collison, CEO. Today, we're announcing the hardest change we've ever had to make at Stripe to date. We're reducing the size of our team by around 14% and saying goodbye to many talented Stripes in the process. If you are among those impacted, you will receive a notification email within the next 15 minutes. For those of you that are leaving, blah, 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 because no one else read that part. And so this is my problem. Now, there are some good things in this email that I'll get to, but I just want to call this out. Here's what happened. You're getting this email, right? And you're reading this. And as soon as he says, We're reducing the size of our team by around 14%. You're like, oh, crap. I mean, emotionally, you're freaking out. Your brain is already on overload. Am I in 14%? When am I going to find out? And then you keep reading and saying, and then it says, if you are among those impacted, you will receive a notification email for the next 15 minutes. I mean, it's over. So, I mean, a real human is like, what? Like, they just found out that they are in Hunger Games. Right? I mean, that's what's going on. They're like, oh, crap. In the next 15 minutes, nothing else in their life is happening. They're stressing out, freaking out for 15 minutes. Am I in Hunger Games? Am I a pledge or whatever they called it? You know, whatever the stupid movie was. You know, tribute. You know, what am I doing? Am I going to die? I have to fight for my life? Am I dead? I mean, come on. You all seen the movie. That's what this email does. It puts everybody in the same emotional prison. I don't like it, Alex. So then they go on and they lay out, this is on us, which, by the way, nobody cares. It's like, I appreciate the sentiment. It's on us, but there's too much of that, right? Because here's what I want to tell you, leaders. If you spend too much time telling people that the reason they got laid off is your fault, it falls on deaf ears. Because I got news for you. The minute you tell someone that they're laid off, guess whose fault they think it is? They think it's your fault if it's a mass layoff and they didn't do something wrong or related to performance. So anyway, I got to move quickly through this. All right, so then they go on and they do some good things in the email. Okay? They say, here's what we're going to do. It's no good way to do it. We're going to do our best to treat everyone. And they say we're going to give you 14 weeks of severance pay. So you'll be paid until at least February 21st of 2023. Okay, that begins to make me go, okay, so that's good. Okay, so they do some good here. We're going to pay 2022 annual bonuses. We're going to give you all your unused PTO time. We're going to pay the cash equivalent of 6 months of health care. And then we're going to help you find a job. Now, that's good. Then they say, oh, by the way, in the next 24 hours or so, you'll meet with your leader. The only thing I would have changed is let the leader say everything that was said in the email. That's the way to do this.